Why?
Because it's my birthday and I want it.
Alright guys, before we get started, I just want to let you know that I've managed to secure a massive bonus for you guys free of charge. You get $90 free to trade with on Bybit, and if you guys don't know how to trade, you can check out my Bybit trading tutorial. But essentially you can trade risk-free with Bybit with $90 and then withdraw the profits, so you might as well use it and maximize your returns in this altcoin cycle. Essentially it's very easy to trade. You know, just set a limit order, catch a wick, get the profits, and then bish bash bosh, you're done. So yeah, make sure you check the link in the description where you get $90 free, and let's get into the rest of the video. Yo guys, I want to say thank you for all the new subscribers, but come on guys, what is this? I know you can do better. I know you can do a lot better. Let me just play this short clip.
Because this should be the main reason why you get the HBO special. You know what HBO means? Yeah. You get to help a brother out.
What's up you guys, it's your boy MX Style. This house going down. Sorry about yesterday, I did say I was going out, so I wouldn't upload, or probably wouldn't upload, and I didn't upload, so it's not like I led you on. You guys know what it is. Anyway, in this video we're going to be doing some predictions for Zilliqa and for digibyte, and I know, yes, I've done this before, so if you don't want to see it again, then you can skip forward to the coins that you should be watching out for this week. But this is just because, you know, some people have commented that they want to see price predictions, whatever.
Tuesday, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
It's world domination, you too mistakes. Always got the doobie in the motherfucking eighth. Always got the trees, so what?
Not much movement overall. The largest mover in the top 10 has been Polkadot, which was around $3 something yesterday. Second largest mover is Ethereum. Overall, sort of recovered-ish from where, you know, we've previously sort of, you know, declined from, which is not bad sign. At least ETH is above $400. Bitcoin is above 11.5. As long as we stay above 11.5, we'll be fairly bullish, but we'll get into that. Looking at the biggest gainers, we have Aragon, I don't know who they are, Theta at 20%, Algorand, and Swipe. Swipe, regrettably, I wasn't able to add to my position when we fell in price because cash flow issues. But anyway, not the end of the world. We can just wait for another retracement, I guess. But anyway, looking at the biggest losers, I don't think there's many. Yeah, -5%, -3%. So all in all, quite stable, which is what I'd like to see. And also, just to let you guys know, wow, so first of all, Bitcoin dominance is going down like crazy. I've never seen like 56. Usually it's like 57, 58. When I first got into the market, it was around 61 or 62. So ultimately, you know, the lower it goes, the more these other coins will pump. But what I wanted to say was, there's a new feature on CoinGecko.com, and I don't want to click on it because it will show you my portfolio, and I'd rather not show you guys, so I'll probably take a screenshot of my phone. But essentially, it's very easy to use. You click on portfolio, and then you can add different positions that you have in your cryptocurrency portfolio, and it doesn't give you a live track of the profit, even though I've suggested that to them, but they will give you, you know, the overall price of your portfolio and, you know, the position size for each coin, which I think is quite helpful. And you can have this both on your phone and on your laptop as well, so it's very easy to use. Just need to create an account and bish bash bosh, done. Yeah, what I've done is on my phone I've made it in GDP, but on my laptop I just kept it as USD, just for, you know, just for ease of use. And okay guys, so this is another website that I've frequently visited called Change the Blog, and they give you Zilliqa news as well as price predictions fundamental reasons for their price prediction. So I have previously covered this, so feel free to skip ahead if you've already seen this content. But essentially, Zilliqa, they're working on a number of different partnerships, and these include Coin, the exchange, and they've already had their mainnet. They're just pending on basically expanding from the east to all over the rest of the world, which I do believe is just a matter of time. I'm just quickly looking at the Zilliqa chart. So we can see here, as I mentioned, I still believe we're in a cup and handle formation. However, there is this sort of downward level of resistance that we haven't been able to break, and obviously the longer the level of resistance, the stronger it is. So this level of resistance has lasted 2 years, so similar to Bitcoin only breaking out of the 3-year downtrend, this will take quite some effort. But like I said, we are above the 50-day moving average, and just creeping above the 20-day moving average as well. When we break above this 2-year downwards trend, then I do seeing us holding it as support, as we were sort of doing in the last couple of weeks or so before the whole market's capitulated. But essentially we'll hopefully, in my eyes, get back above here, hold it as support, and then go to the next target, which would be a 120% move over the next, let's say, couple months before the end of the year sort of thing. But yeah, this is definitely just a pending breakout. Like, don't care what anyone says. People telling me it's a double top, mate. What are you smoking? What are you smoking? Like, no, just no. Anyway, looking at the price predictions, because I don't want to make this video too long. Essentially, being in crypto, we have said that Zilliqa might reach a price of 9 cents. Our current price is around 2.5 cents. That would be just over a 3x move. What time frame have they given? By the end of 2020, who knows? Anything's possible, especially with Bitcoin and Ethereum being very, very unpredictable. It's very, very possible. While a 2 cent would be the worst case scenario, and 5 years, Zilliqa might go to 19 cents. So five years from now, to be honest, I'm not even sure if I'll own cryptocurrency, because I think that's when the bear market will start. But we'll have to see. According to Global Coin Report, Zilliqa might reach the 1 cent mark by the end of 2020. Now, I know you guys love Zilliqa because you guys searched Zilliqa and digibyte like it's the end of the world. But I don't want to fill your heads up with pessimism, nor too much gas and fucking hopium. But $1, mate, $1, our all-time high was 23 cents. So for it to be no. So not, in my personal opinion, not by the end of the year. For it to reach $1, this would, in my opinion, be somewhere in the midst of the peak of the bull run. Not by the end of the year. That would be ridiculous. What they're basically saying is that we'll go. Oh my days, this is just long to calculate. It's just impractical. Very, very impractical. Too bullish. Look, they're saying that we'll do a 54x in the next 3 months. No. When has Zilliqa ever had that sort of price movement? Never. So I don't know. Not to say that it's not possible, but it's very much unlikely to happen, because that is just ultimate hopium. And no. Coin Predictor has stated that ZIL could reach the 1.3 cent mark by the end of the year. That is very, very bearish, to be honest, considering we are above that. We are at the 2.2 cent mark. That they're saying we will go down to 1.3. I don't see that happen, to be honest. We've already bottomed out for the year, for since 2019 till May of this year. We bottomed out for over a year. So I just see Zilliqa going up and up. So all you bulls out there, I'm on your side. All you bears who think we're going down to, you know, to nothing, just like this, I don't even care. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I literally think everything will go up in, you know, this upcoming bull run. Just really quickly, so someone here has said that the Zilliqa price in 2025 could go as high as $1.338 or cents, whatever, which is possible, would be possible thanks to wide adoption of the cryptocurrency if the company manages to take and hold their spot under the sun. The ROI would be 1,000% and more, and yeah, it would be hard to predict what would happen over a 7-year span, as I keep on saying. But you know, this is sort of just gives you a rough idea of what each coin would be worth. It's never anything, you know, 100%. This is what's going to be worth. It's just an estimation. So looking at today's coins to watch out for, first I'm going to read this quick article. So, you know, if the stock market was to crash, then Bitcoin might dip initially due to souring sentiment, but the price would be unlikely to remain low for long, because traders who sold their positions in the stock market would look to safe haven assets to park their money, as we have seen, you know, from the March 2020 dip. Anyway, recent Bitcoin investments by hedge fund manager Paul Tudor Jones and the increased institutional inflow of Grayscale Investments products shows that traders are looking to Bitcoin as a store of value and a hedge against inflation, which is what everyone in the space is saying, and is, you know, becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. And ultimately, you know, the economics behind Bitcoin, the length of time that it's been around. Granted, you know, regardless of what happens in the world, if there is to be, you know, another crash or whatever, I do believe it will get bought up 100%. So just looking at what they've said here, so if the bears can sustain, basically for Bitcoin, we are below some moving averages. We are below, what moving average are we below? Or are we not? We're back above it now. Sorry guys, didn't mean to cap. So yeah, we're back above the 20-day moving average now, which I see as a very, very good sign, and hopefully in the next upcoming days and weeks we can start pushing above 12k again. Ultimately, I thought we were still below the 20-day moving average, so this article was a bit irrelevant when they said that, but essentially, if we do break up below the 20-day moving average, then we could go down to anything from 11k to 11.9k, but there would be, you know, some good amount of support at those lines, especially where we've seen the moving averages, so around here 10.9 to anything from, you know, 11k. But ultimately, this is a Fibonacci retracement level as well, so we're holding that at the moment. So I believe personally we'll hover around here, sort of go sideways maybe for a bit or whatever, hold above here, and then start pushing to get above 12k. So that is, you know, something to look out for. Potentially consider loading up on Bitcoin more, but, you know, not financial advice, just my opinion. And looking at Ethereum's done quite well actually over the last couple of years. Ethereum's done quite well over the last couple of days / hours. Essentially, we are back above 400 baby. Let's do this shit. Oh my days. As you can see here, you know, we came down to the R1, which was below the 20-day moving average and below 400. We sort of bounced, I don't know, the bears sort of took control, and we didn't go below anything below like 378, and now we've sort of used, we've flipped the R1 as, you know, support, and we're pushing up above, hopefully to test this, you know, channel here. So I did put in a trade, I've closed it now, but I could see us, going up to $415 in the next couple of days or so, before possibly having another retracement, but don't quote me on that. So yeah, that's that. In the bearish scenario, we could once again dip below, go anywhere from 350 to this $360 mark, as we've had quite a lot of support here with these wicks being rejected, this wick, so 4 wicks being rejected here. But ultimately, I believe we are on this upwards trending trading channel. That was a bit of a tongue twister. And ultimately, yeah, I do believe we'll just sort of squiggle our way through it like so, and moonage, hopefully by my birthday. That'd be nice. Anyway, next coin. What are they saying about Atom? So Cosmos is broken above the $7.2 resistance today, which is a huge positive sign, as this suggests possible resumption for an upwards trend. Who knows, to be honest, who knows. If the bulls can close above the $7.2 mark, then the next target to watch out for would be the 8.5, then the $10 mark. However, if the bears sell at high levels and pull the price back down below the $7.2 mark, a price down to 6.6 could be possible. Ultimately, let me just do my own analysis looking at this coin. So let me see. So ultimately, we have been above the 20-day moving average, for quite a while, and you know what you guys think, and you guys know what I think about being above the 20-day moving average, and all of the different moving averages signifies a bullish sentiment amongst the market. We did see that March we did capitulate, but then we sort of have struggled. Essentially, this is quite an explosive move. It's nice that we had a retracement here. If we can hold the 7.6, so this article is actually redundant now, because ultimately the 7.2 was here. So if we can hold above this 7.6 here, maybe hold this as support for maybe a couple hours, couple days, whatever, then what they're saying about going up to the 8.5 would definitely be possible. Looking at the previous price data, this chart doesn't have enough price data, but essentially that would be to the $8.5 mark. That would be roughly an 11% move, which is within reason, considering in one day this thing has gone up. Well, God knows how much. This thing's gone up in one day 32%, and you guys have seen the charts for yourselves. You know it's possible. Ultimately, if you were looking for an entry, I would say possibly wait for some capitulation. Don't buy into green candles, as it's easy to sort of get wrecked like that. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Yeah, so I would say now would be a decent time to possibly build a position if you're looking at it, because we've ultimately, it's been a steady increase. It hasn't just been a massive 1 wick pump. It's been 3 wicks up, have a couple retracements, 3 weeks up, have a couple retracement and support at the R1, another 3 wicks up, and then now we've retraced a bit more now to this previous R2 of 7.72, and ultimately I could see this going a bit further to 8.5, 8.8, as the article says. Next coin, we have Neo. So Neo, looking at the chart, no. Sorry guys. Whoa. So Neo, we have had a lot of rejection at this $19 mark, but ultimately I believe it's still fairly bullish. From July, 21st of July, we've been very, very bullish, holding support above the 20-day moving average and holding support above the 50-day moving average, as well as obviously the 200-day moving average, which you can see is this weird line here. I don't know, I've customized my chart, so don't judge me. I just like to be a bit different here and there, but yeah, it's a bit confusing with the pivot points, but yeah, it's not that bad. Anyway, we are So we are holding steady in this range of, you know, $19 to around $17. Looking at previous price action, we have had a lot of resistance, you know, here. If I was to draw a Fibonacci retracement, I'm sure there would be a lot of price action and, you know, several different relevant levels here, which I may as well do since we're looking at this. So ultimately, I was very much wrong about this Fibonacci retracement, because this goes back several years, but not the end of the world. Ultimately, you know, in my opinion, we have, even though it doesn't match the Fibonacci retracement, looking back at the previous price data, we can see that there's been a lot of resistance at this current $18 mark. From when, you know, the price data was recorded, so September 2017, we held this as resistance / support. 2018 in August, almost a year later, this was also, you know, much more resistance than it was support. And no, the year after that, resistance again, and then this year it didn't even get to there in February before we decided to have a retracement. But now we are above all moving averages, and, you know, we're testing it once again. And as you guys know, the more you test a line of resistance or support, the more likely it is to break. And considering this has been tested 1, 2, 3 times in the last couple of years, I would say this is quite likely to break in the next upcoming months. However, it's not financial advice and whatnot. Potential targets, I don't really know what they would be. Let's have a look at this article, see what they're saying. So NEO is above the 57 and the 20-day moving average, which is sloping up, which suggests that the price favors the bullish. However, the bears are attempting to stall the move up at $19.08. This could mean a minor correction or consolidation is likely to find support at the $16 mark or below the 20-day EMA. And if NEO USD pair rebounds off either support, the bulls will once again attempt to push the price above $20 or $20.9. And if they